There we go. Welcome everyone to Berlingrad LE in this round of 4. Round of 1, 2, 3, 4. Round of 8. Round of 8 and starting here for Team Super. One of these players from Team Super. This is a player from Brazil. He is TheZergLord.
And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Berlingrad LE, we have the Peruvian Terran player himself representing Team Super. It is Tavo. Who, I'm not gonna lie, I'm sure is pretty happy as well that there is no Protoss player. Like, with what he had to do with the Mega, I'm sure he's had enough of TVP for one day, mate.
I mean, locally for him and for us as well, this is TvZ. Yes, this is TvZ. So, I mean, and remember, these two players are also on the same team. They have played each other quite a lot this year. So they both quite aware of each other's ability.
Yes.
I don't think we're going to see as crazy things as the Mega did in his matchup. Like, we're probably going to see more standards, maybe timings, attacks, and things like that. And so far, yes. So far, no cheese. I see every building on the correct side of the map. So everything's good.
Yeah. I also think that something else that we're going to see, and we found this out in the winners interview when Tavo did win his Copa Hyperion, is the fact that Tavo doesn't feel confident playing mech against the ZergLord. If you remember, we were like, mate, why didn't you play mech? He's like, not against the ZergLord. You know, the ZergLord knows him a little bit too well. So more than likely, we're going to be seeing some bio tank from him instead, which isn't a bad thing. No, it's always great to see. And we'll see how this unfolds.
Yes, I want to see especially what Tavo is going to bring today, because I want to copy it for when I stream later tomorrow. By the way, for people who don't know, mate, I streamed StarCraft yesterday.
Oh, yes.
I was like so pumped up for DreamHack that I was like, mate, I gotta stream StarCraft. I have not doing it a long time. And oh my god, it showed. It showed. I lost every single game except one.
Yeah.
Horribly. I'm like, what the hell am I doing, man?
Oh god. It's always hard to come back to StarCraft after a long break, because you know the level that you were at before, and you know how good you could be, but because of the break you're so rusty. Like it's like
I'm never gonna pop off again, mate. I think my peak was near the end of Heart of the Swarm. I was near Master. I remember I was near Master, almost close. Never knew. After they put the MMR patch that you can see your own MMR, my peak was 4100.
Oh, not bad.
Yeah, not bad, but it is definitely not where I am right now. I am at 3500 at the moment.
Fair enough. Feels bad.
Which is for people who don't know, it is so bad that live VIP is over me.
Oh, calm down, buddy. Look, hey, you've never been. I've been Masters before, right? Calm down, buddy. Calm down.
Mate, Australia doesn't count.
On the NA server. If it was Singapore or C, GM, mate, GM. Oh god. But here we go. We do see a little bit of a different opener here. Tavo with a bit of fusion core behind the mineral line.
Yes, he's going for the quick TvZ into fusion core. The Overlord is coming in. I don't know if this Overlord is gonna be able to see it. The Marine started shooting it much earlier, but the Overlord is moving across the map. He's gonna be able to see it. So close.
It's gonna be close.
I think it will.
He's gonna see the gas geyser and a little bit further, and it looks like he will indeed see that fusion core.
Yes, he sees it. So now the TheZergLord knows, and now he's a good enough player to know what to do.
Yeah, unlike Dark Unnamed, if you remember, Dark Unnamed was completely caught off guard by the BC despite scouting it. We didn't have any spores, we didn't have enough queens. The TheZergLord should be starting his own spores relatively soon. He can afford to put them up for the time being. BC is still in production, it takes a while, but again, hopefully he doesn't neglect them.
Sietas in the chat says, Tavo, I give you my power. Kids, don't accept power from strangers. You never know what's gonna happen.
Oh god. We'll see if it's gonna be enough, mate. We will see. There we go. The spores are on the way. Massive shout out to Yoda in the chat as well. He's cheering for the Lord of the Zergs. Of course, the ZergLord here. God, I remember casting the ZergLord back in the day with Yoda as well. It's been around for a long time.
I mean, if Yoda is in the chat, he can jump at any second.
True.
Just saying. We miss you, man.
I miss you, Yoda. Ay, papi, ay. But here we go. We have a lot of Hellions sharking around, trying to find their way into the mineral line. They are keeping the queens busy for the time being, and that first BC is done.
Yeah, that BC is done, and they will teleport straight away into the natural base. Natural base is only one queen and one sport. It's not gonna enough to destroy quickly these BCs, but 3 other queens are joined. But oh my god, the fourth base, fifth base for the TheZergLord is completely unscouted, and 12 dead workers made, and oh my god, the Bailings cannot connect because the queens are blocking them.
I don't like this. The queens, they're just too damn thick. The Bailings kind of connect, but not really, and 12 workers go down. Meanwhile, the BC is still in the main base, and you know what? Yamato is about to finish up. Mate, it's happening. He's going mech.
He is going mech. Finally, someone listen to Maru. And yeah, that BC is still alive. He still have half HP, more or less. 15 workers killed so far, and mate, the TheZergLord needs to respond somewhere. Oh my god, Yamato is done, and the first queen falls down immediately.
Yeah, and honestly, this is a pretty crucial moment as the BC needs to escape. No, don't turn around, don't fight. He will engage here, just barely managed to escape. Oh my god, BCs are so goddamn tanky. The reveal of the Yamato should tell the TheZergLord that he's committing into more than one BC, and if there's more than one BC, it should be mech.
Oh my god, mate, have you seen the copy pasta going around in the chat?
Oh my god.
May I read it? I need a moment to read it.
Oh god.
Tavo is so great? Are you kidding me? When was the last time you saw a player with such micro and macro with Terran? Tavo puts the game on another level, and we will be blessed if we ever see a player with his skill and passion for the game again. Maru breaks records. Cure breaks records, Tavo breaks the rules. You can keep your statistics. I prefer the magic.
True. Shout out to Binsky in the chat. Fun fact, we were able to cast Binsky's run to qualify in the North American qualifier. So he's another fellow Terran player that did go all the way. Can we see it again here in North America? The mutas reveal themselves. They didn't do too much damage yet. Missile turrets are already done and Thors are on the way. But they find a couple more workers here at the Gas Geyser.
Yes, mutas are here trying to do what they can, but Thors are ready. Thors are about to pop out of those factories. Look at the chunky boy. He doesn't fit.
Is he stuck? Oh no! Wow! He takes down the missile turret to get out.
He's so angry, mate, that he doesn't fit. That he starts destroying his own infrastructure.
Meanwhile, a bit of a blue flame Hellion run back here at the third base. It looks like this will get cleaned up. Not before killing 8 drones, though. Not bad.
Yeah, not bad. The TheZergLord currently, he's almost the same number of workers as Tavo, which as a third player, you never want to do. You always want to be ahead. And yeah, Tavo is slowly but surely going on, having his army become bigger and bigger, and mech is like Protoss, but fair, you know? Like, it's a big ball that if you do not cut out of position, he's gonna destroy you.
Yeah. It can be pretty terrifying.
Yes, couple of good Yamatos to kill a couple of extra Mutalists. The TheZergLord is not building any more Mutalists. Now he's switching to Corruptors because, mate, he wants to kill those battle cruisers, mate.
Yeah, I'll be honest, this like Mutalist transition didn't really pay for itself. He got, what, 7, maybe 10 SCVs in total. Thankfully, like, the Mutas are still alive and maybe they can deal some more damage, but with the Thors, it's going to be really difficult to pull off. The Thors already waiting here at the natural base. Thankfully, the TheZergLord is switching into something a little bit more sturdy, Roach Ravager Corruptor, which can do well against mech, especially because the TheZergLord, he's getting close to maxed out. Looks like he has done droning with 79 workers.
Yes, now his only vision is, oh my god, the DVCs come here all the way from across the map, kill a few workers, and there we go, teleport. He saw the Corruptors, so the amount of Mutalists that are left, so Tavo knows more or less the composition that he needs to win.
Oh, exactly. He's now fully aware he's going straight into Cyclones. Meanwhile, this Hellion force is getting completely surrounded. There is no way in, no way out.
That is a bad day to go to work.
It feels bad, man. I mean, again, they're just Hellions, you know, only minerals down the drain. But again, the ZergLord, he's maxed out. He wants to push in. He wants to hit this third base. Is this the wisest move, though? The third is looking pretty defensible.
Yeah, there's a lot of tanks on the high ground. There is Cyclones. There are Hellbats and a couple of VCs. I'm not sure if it's gonna be enough for the ZergLord to break. I mean, he could probably break it, but at what cost? You know?
Yeah.
And you don't want to throw away your whole army in a choke point versus mech.
Exactly. This is not the way to go. This is not it, man. You don't want to fight here. Not now. He will be able to pick off one. Oh, apparently not. He misses the tank. Not like this.
The last of the Mutalisks finally dies. Oh, wait, yeah, finally dies. So no more Mutalisks. Oh, nice. Quick repair on that battle cruiser. He survives.
Yeah, the battle cruiser will survive.
That, in my opinion, needs a few more tanks, and he should be ready to go.
Yeah, but you know what? The ZergLord pulls the trigger a little bit earlier, and mate, a few seconds ago, the ZergLord was 200 supply. He drops 40, trying to break this position. What does he get? He gets a tank, he gets some supply depots, and that's kind of it. Not the best fight there for the ZergLord.
Yeah, not the best, unfortunately. How many tanks does Tavo have? 7 tanks. He has 7 tanks, one more on the way. I think you need about 12, and should be more than enough to fight everything that he has on the ground. Now, Tavo needs to move out like soonish, because sooner or later the hype of the ZergLord is on the way, and those Corruptors are gonna become Broodlord base, and that is the scary part for a mech army.
Yeah, exactly. The ZergLord, it looks like he's getting ready to go into Corruptor Infestor. Broodlord Infestor, I should say. And it's still on the horizon. He's still a ways off. Meanwhile, a bit of a bailing run by will get into the mineral line, will connect, and get 7 of those SCVs.
Yeah, only 7 SCVs. They got distracted a second there with the tank. It could be much worse. But yeah, now we see the immobile of that the mech army is. The ZergLord have them running from one side to the other of the bases.
Yeah, exactly. He's going to try and close the distance once again. He does bow two tanks down immediately. There's only 1 tank remaining, and wait, he's getting on top of the Thors. Oh.
Yeah, he gets on top of the door, but there's not much buffer. There's only Ravagers remaining. The last tank with that last vial, he's getting killed. 4 tanks remaining in total.
Yeah. And honestly, these fights are pretty important because what the ZergLord is doing as he expands and takes more bases is that he's keeping the supply of Tavo low. Tavo doesn't want to push out without a maxed out army, you know? That's not really how you play Terran. You want to turtle as best you can and then move out with the giant death ball. And the ZergLord, he's slowing that down by quite a bit.
Yeah. Shout out to Asher Bro in the chat who says, "Make buffs win." I feel you, bro. I feel you.
Exclamation. Funada Asher, bro. He is a Terran apologist. One of the most horrible Terran apologists I know. Shaking my head.
You're revisionist.
You'll get along with him, Darky. You'll get along with him.
But yeah, the ZergLord coming on once more with the big push of Ravager, Zerlings, and Corruptors. He breaks through the tanks, but can he break through the rest? And the answer is, I don't think so.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Hellions here to buffer.
I'm a little bit worried. This is the 3rd time he's kind of rammed his face into this wall of Terran, and it's just not really working out. Thankfully, Greater Spire is on the way. 3-3 is on the way. More of these Corruptors. As you were saying before, Broodlords are going to be coming soon.
Yeah, I think the ZergLord is doing this on purpose to keep Tavo, very, very cautious and keep building land army, because as soon as he switches Broodlords, mate, what is there to fight the Broodlords? There's a couple of Thors, there's the battle cruisers, which are like a big deal, okay, but the rest of the land army, mate, are just gonna melt all over these Broodlings. Yeah,
I agree. We need more Thors. Like, we don't really have too much of a commitment to them, and there's a reason for that. You know, Tavo doesn't see too much, but he does manage to sneak out a bit of a Hellion run by. Finally, after a long time, he gets even more drone kills.
Yeah, 15 drone kills, and he moves to the next base because there is nothing here to defend. How many will be able to kill at the end? The Zerlings finally return. all the army of the Zerglord. His first return 17 worker skills. I don't know if he saw the Broodlords.
Oh, I mean, the ZergLord actually moved away with these Broodlords as they were popping out, so I think he purposely was keeping them hidden. I don't think he's seen them. We don't see more Thors in production. We see Cyclones, which is anti-air, don't get me wrong, but not the best anti-air, not the best unit against Broodlords. Oh boy.
Shout out to the guy in the chat whose name is La Papa de Jim Rice.
Oh my god, is he a grandfather now? Is that what's happening?
But finally the Broodlords revealed themselves. The tanks are going ham. How many Corruptors are left? Because you need some anti-air to fight these battle cruisers, mate.
We have 0 Corruptors.
Yeah, immediately three Yamato cannons over 3 Bloodlords and immediately dead, but there's still quite a few Bloodlords here, and the Queens are also here, so this is the anti-air that he wants.
He's going to be relying on Queens, their anti-air, their transfused energy as well. Is it going to be enough? Because the Yamatos are going to be reset. We're going to be seeing another wave soon. We have 10 Corruptors on the way, but again, they still need a little bit more time to get across the map.
Oh, they're doing a lot of damage to those tanks and this land army, mate. I mean, other than the battle cruisers, this game could be over.
Yeah, exactly. We still need to wait a little bit longer for the Yamatos to come off cooldown. The ZergLord, he's pulling the trigger. He's going to try and dive on top of the unsieged tanks.
Yeah, he pulls the triggers. All the Zerglings are moving towards the Ravagers, the Queens, the Broodlords. Is it going to be enough to break them? The answer is, I don't think so. All the Broodlords are dead.
All the Broodlords.
No, there's only Corruptors and Queens.
Oh my god, the Corruptors are coming in, but it's a little bit too late. We needed you earlier. We have a mass repair on all of these BCs, and the Thors are coming out as well.
Oh my god, Tavo held.
Yeah,
Tavo is gonna hold this.
Yeah.
I don't believe it.
Mate,
I don't believe it.
And some people want to buff mech, mate. Tavo, he does hold on strong. But again, a lot of that was because we didn't have Corruptors. We didn't have a lot of reliable anti-air. We didn't have any Infestors as well. The ideal army for Zerg is Broodlord Infestor. Finally, the first wave of Infestors are coming out. But this is after all the Broodlords were killed.
Yeah, it would have been great 5 minutes ago. But I mean, better late than never, right?
We'll see, because after all said and done, Tavo is looking pretty powerful. The BCs are starting to move out. They will have their teleports available if they get caught a little bit off guard. We still don't have any Broodlords, by the way. Neural's still not done.
Can you imagine if this BC is teleported to the other side of the map and snipe that infestation pit?
Oh my god, that'd be terrifying, mate. That'd be terrifying. We'll see if it happens. We see another wave of Yamatos going up.
Oh, all the BCs survive. Okay, now he can just repair it a little bit. And there we go. And meanwhile, on the side of the map, again, another wave of Hellions coming in, killing 14 more workers. Mate, now the ZergLord is the one that is lacking workers, 57 versus 73.
Exactly, he's down in the workers. He doesn't have the most ideal army either, still stuck with Ling, Ravager, Corruptor. Infestors are slowly gathering energy, and they are game changers, you know? Even though we may have a lot of Thors and tanks and BCs, you know, they can soon be the ZergLords if he gets close enough to Neural.
Oh no, these poor Hellions, they revealed themselves too early. They're gonna, you know, pull away the army of the ZergLord for one moment.
He's getting into the mineral line again. He's gonna get more drones!
He says the Infestors. So 5 workers and scout of the Infestors. Sure, I will call it worth it, because there was only what, like 5 Hellions?
Yeah, 5 Hellions at the same time. Yo, the main army was completely distracted. The BCs find even more damage. 10 more drones go down. The base is gonna go down. And mate, look at the soup!
190 supply for Tavo, 157 for the ZergLord. Mate, Tavo is... I cannot believe it. Tavo is starting to win this game.
Yeah. Again, earlier on, it was all about the ZergLord. He had the map control. He had so much aggression. But Tavo does what Terran does best. He turtled until he was maxed out. He has the death ball. He's moving out. But we have a lot of Infestors hiding, waiting for the trap.
Yeah, they're very close by, and there we go. The Infestors are moving in. And they take out the turrets, but immediately with the scan and the infestors got taken out.
Oh my god, exclamation mark, Funada the ZergLord, he left his infestors so exposed, every single infestor goes down, and that was the only way for the ZergLord to win this game. GG!
And GG's goal, and mate, after 20 minutes, almost 20 minutes, Tavo takes game number 1 with mech.
GG, well played. Mech being a very cost-efficient army. All you have to do is defend until you feel confident enough to push out across the map. But what I will say, Tavo wasn't just turtling up at home. Something that was very impressive that happened consistently, the Hellion run-bys, the BC run-bys. He was surprisingly active on the map.
I want to see what was the total amount of drone skill in that game.
Oh god. Not like this, mate. No, there was a lot of drones getting roasted that game. Very well done there by Tavo. Very solid mech. And what's scary about Tavo is that he doesn't just have to play mech. He is more than willing. He is even arguably better sometimes at biotank as well. Ooh.
By the way, mate, I have news.
Go for it.
We have the winner of the other matchup that in this side of the bracket, so we know who is gonna play the winner of this series.
Oh my god, break it to us, mate. Is it how it should be? Is it Master?
It is Master 2 or Ryojin in the round of 8, and he's just waiting for the winner of this matchup, and one of these two is gonna qualify to DreamHack.
Oh yeah, there we go. We kind of called it from the beginning. It's a shame that all these favorite players are facing each other. Master is a terrifying opponent. Just like how these two players go back and forth in series, same can be said for Master and these players as well. He's been on the rise this entire year, just like Tavo, and it's gonna be brutal.
Yeah, but mate, I have more news.
Go for it.
The other semifinals, the other qualifying match, is already underway.
Oh my god. Is it Peru contra Peru?
It is Peru versus Peru. Chaos Fate 2-0 Roro, and Draconics took out a game out of Scions, but Scions in the end still advances, and they are currently playing, I think they're on the first game only, the first map, and mate, it's gonna be Scion versus Chaos Fate for the qualifying match.
There you go. We kind of did see that kind of coming, especially with, again, Funada eggs for forfeiting and not showing up. Shaking my head, Wevel, shaking my head. But regardless, that is a very spicy TVP. Could go either way. I kind of want to give the edge to Chaos Fate, but at the same time, you know, Zions can always surprise. He's a very strong player in his own right. If you want to tune into that series, I believe Renegade X is covering that.
Just say it, mate. Protoss OP.
Oh god, I don't need to say it. I feel like the games speak for themselves, mate. Did you see Tavo versus Dimega? You know, like that's what else is there to say? You know, what else is there to say? Oh god. Meanwhile, shout out to Ho Harm in the chat. He said, "Bro, when my daughter was 3 weeks old, I wasn't even walking straight. How is he able to play in practice?" That's a good question. I don't know how Jim does it. I don't know how he does it. He streams like every day, right? Like, oh my god.
Yeah, he streams every day. He doesn't play StarCraft every day. I believe his current schedule is Mondays for ESL Open Cup and Fridays for whatever Copa o Sentimiento there is. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, mate. That's the... He is driven by something. Probably greed. But yeah.
Probably. Oh god. But yeah, Jim Rising, he's also one of those players that he has just a wealth of experience. Like, even if he isn't the most active ladder player or custom player, he is still a terrifying opponent, well deserving to be in the closed qualifier, and eventually we'll be able to cover him this weekend. But first, we have to find out who faces him.
Yes, and there we go, mates. Map number 2, 2000 atmospheres. And the first players here for Team Super. He needs to win the next 2 to advance. TheZergLord.
And spawning in the top right hand corner of 2000 atmospheres ALE, we have the Peruvian Terran player himself representing Team Super, currently up in this series 1-0. It is Tavo. What a game one, man.
Yes, that was a pretty good game one. Like, I hope we see a similar game in game number 2. Just because one, I like mech. Number 2, I like to see Terran winning. It is not something that we see every day.
Hey, what are you talking about, man? Chaos Fade is popping off, Tavo's popping off, you know, Terran OP, mate.
Yes, but what about yesterday, mate?
Oh god.
Have you seen GSL recently?
we don't have to talk about GSL, okay? Look, Maru, he's just pushing a narrative, alright? He wants the nerf, okay? Oh god. But yeah. I think the most exciting part about game 1 was that I really wasn't expecting mech, and I imagine that the TheZergLord probably wasn't expecting it either. It did kind of come out of left field, and yeah, Tavo looked really good with it.
Yeah, he really did. So that's the big difference between Chaos Fate and Tavo, mate. True. Chaos Fate mech, let's be honest, is not the best.
Yeah, it's not that good. But that's why like Tavo is like the prince that was promised, you know? He like grew up with Neo, you know, the meching Terran in Latin America, and then he got taken in by Chaos Fate, who's like baby Bjorn, you know? Like that's what Yoda and I used to call him. Like his marine micro is insane. So Tavo, he kind of got the best from both worlds.
Yeah, now he has already delivered in game number 1. Let's see if he can do it in game number 2. So far, standard opening for both players, you know, the hatch gas pool for TheZergLord, and now into a quick tier base. Meanwhile, the Reaper expand for Tavo, and the Reaper is here.
Oh yeah, Reaper is here. He's not going to be denying that third base, but he's going to be trying to trade with these things as best he can, being as annoying as possible. Has to be careful not to overstay his welcome as the Queen pops out. And with that, he will be backing off.
No, Reaper.
Jesus.
It's okay, mate. It's okay. He survived.
Yeah. Reaper will survive. Will back off. Meanwhile, back at home, once again, what we expect to see, third CC.
Yeah, there's CC. Aliens are about to start popping out. There we go, the switch is happening. Now the question is, okay, there we go, Starport. The question is, does he go once again PCs?
That's a good question. I don't think this is the worst map for mech, but I don't know if he needs to do it 2 games in a row. Like I as a viewer, I'm selfish and I want to see some bio, you know.
How dare you?
Oh god, we'll see if he can make it work here. Again, so far the opener is the exact same as the previous game. We can see a switch here for the starport with the tech lab, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see something else instead.
I don't think it's gonna be VCs, mate, because there is one important difference that we didn't see in the previous game. Tech lab switch with the barracks.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't give you time to go for the core, and there we go. Banshees is going to be this game.
Yeah, we do have a bit of a more standard Banshee opener. We have a tech lab on the racks as well, so this is looking like bio play from Tavo. So again, switching gears completely, showing off to everyone watching, hey, Tavo, he doesn't just have to play mech. Watch him throw down another factory when he kills this overlord. Oh god.
Oh, god damn it.
Oh, what's up?
I was meddling with my channel points. And there is no any intro.
No any, not for the DreamHack qualifiers,
What? But then where, mate? That's literally the best place to do it.
Oh god, I'll think about it for the qualifying match. You also reminded me, I would ask you to remind me again, when we get to the qualifying match, we'll open up some predictions.
Okay, so everyone in the chat, when we start the opening match, everyone please spam the chat to Live VIP. Live VIP, please, the prediction. So that he can panic regardless if he did it or not.
Yes. I'll be sure to make it happen. I'll do my best. As we are getting into this game, and as we can see here, Stim is on the way, Raxes are on the way. A very different kind, a very different style of Terran.
Yes. Now this is more the Chaos Fate style that we all know and love. No, 3 quick CCs into a bunch of Marines. Like you will see Marines eternally, mate.
Yeah.
You will see more Marines than Zerglings this game.
Yeah, the Marines will not end. So game 1, Tavo showed off some Neo. Game 2, he's going to be showing off some Chaos Fate instead. And we'll see if that's the best idea. Meanwhile, across the map, the Banshees finally reveal themselves. They finally do get here into the mineral line.
Yeah, and they're doing quite a bit of damage. Not only did they kill 4 workers, they also interrupted the collection of resources, and meanwhile Hellions are coming into the tier base. This is a nice place for them to be there, but they're going to be surrounded regardless. They're going to trade as well as they can. 5 workers and like a bunch of Zerglings. Was it worth it? Maybe. Oh my god, the Banshees.
The Banshees looks like they will just barely manage to escape. Oh, or have they? We see a couple of Queens trying to intercept, but no, the Banshees will get off of that creep. And was that Hellion trade worth it? He didn't get too many drones. He got 23 lings, which is a lot of lings, but it also means that he loses that map control. It means that there's nothing stopping this creep spread. There is nothing stopping the ZergLord from droning.
Yeah, there is nothing stopping the ZergLord, and now the Spire is done for the ZergLord, +1 attack, +1 air attack. So we're going to see Mutas this game.
Oh, that we are. Quickly checking the vision of Tavo. His Banshees did not scout the Spire. He has no idea what is coming his way. He does have Marines for anti-air, but again, and he does have engineering bays for upgrades, but no missile turrets.
Now, one thing that I like to measure a Terran player by is how good are they to dealing with Mutalists when they're playing Bio, you know? Because there are some Terran players, mate, who just got destroyed when as soon as they see Mutalists on the map, you know? And then there are others that they just they shrug it off, you know, like there's nothing.
Oh god, and we'll see how that's gonna go as one medevac. No, the second medevac goes down as well.
Yeah, unfortunately, the start for Tavo was not really good. He lost 16 Marines and 2 medevacs basically for nothing. And now the Mutalists are free to roam.
Exactly. Again, a lot of this comes down to the fact that the Spire was never scouted. The missile turrets are on the way, but they're not done yet. The Mutas already paying them for themselves by getting those 2 drops, and now they get even more SCVs.
Yeah, they get 5 SCVs, they get their turret, and keeping Tavo busy in his base.
Exactly. Finally, Tavo will clean up or will get rid of all those Mutas in his bases. And, you know, he didn't sustain too many losses, but with the loss of those drops, like, pushing out is going to be a difficult thing to do. Like, he doesn't have that many medevacs.
Yeah, only 2 at the moment, and let's see, mate. Let's see how Tavo does it then. The Mutas are still waiting. They're still waiting for a chance to strike, and I think the chance is now. Okay, there's a couple of Marines here. Tavo, meanwhile, moving across the map on the other side. He wants to do some damage. Let's see if this is good enough to do it.
Yeah, we'll see how good the
splits are. How many tanks is he bringing? 3 tanks.
3 tanks? Pretty solid amount of tanks. At the same time, the Mutas and the Lings are rushing towards that 3rd base. Looks like they were able to kill all those Marines. The wall is the wall, so Tavo is holding. At the same time, he's pushing in.
Yeah, Tavo is pushing in with the tanks and the Marines and the Banshees, more importantly. Block Banshees, and there is no detection over there. But everything is dying here at the base of Tavo. Oh, he held in the mineral line on the 2nd base, and this base not enough Banelings, I think. Okay, there's another big wave of Banelings. This may be it.
Yeah, here we go. The Banelings are going to be rolling off of creep. The Mutas coming from behind as well. The tanks are going to get cleaned up. The splits were pretty good and the Marines were survived, but again, the Mutas are just far too much.
Yeah, there are too many, and Tavo loses everything. That was a nice trade by him, but I think at the end, he ended up losing. Yeah, he ended up losing. He didn't kill the base just he wanted, and he lost his army, and more importantly, mate, the tank count has been reset once more.
Exactly. No more tanks. To be fair, you could argue that, again, going into Widowmines is maybe the better option here against Lingbane Muta, but we only have 1 Widowmine. We don't have a pretty big backburn, and I'm really concerned that the next push from the ZergLord may be devastating. But the ZergLord also, he spent a lot of supply defending as well. Like, he doesn't have the biggest lead.
Yeah, the supply is almost equal, 140 versus 132. The ZergLord has a little bit more extra workers, but not by much, honestly. And And yeah, one thing though that Tavo is having for him are the upgrades, mate. He already has 2-2 and 3-3 is on the way. Meanwhile, Tavo, the +2 air attack is just barely starting, and as well as the +2 carapace.
Yeah, that's kind of the give and take of going to a fast Spire. He gave up, or he sacrificed fast upgrades for a faster Spire and going into Mutas. That's where his gas was spent instead. And because of that, the Mutas have a really big job to make up for that fact, and you could argue they haven't been doing the best job, right? Like, sure, they've been able to shut down some drops, sure, they've been able to clean up some fights, but they haven't been able to overwhelm the army. They haven't been able to really wreak havoc in those mineral lines.
Yes, he just need a little bit more to break his opponent in half, but Tavo has been holding so far. And let's see, the Zerglings are coming in on one side of the map, the rest of the army is coming in on the other. What is here to defend? There is one Tor, there is one bunker only.
Oh, the SCVs!
Buildings and all these workers.
Oh my god, that was a hot pickup. The Medivacs actually picked up the majority of those SCVs. Only 7 went down.
Yeah, that was pretty good. I was like, wait, 7? I thought there were more.
Yeah. Oh my god. The last minute micro there by Tavo. See, he cares about his workers.
His workers are unionized, mate.
Yeah. Tavo for president 2023. Let's go. Let's Oh god. So yeah, just like that he holds on, but TheZergLord is getting ready for the next wave. He's getting close to max out. Ling, Bane, Muta, let's go. But in a couple of moments, again, Tavo needs a little bit more time for 3-3 to finish.
Yeah, 3-3 is about to finish, and oh no, these poor Marines, they got caught in the middle of the map. Only a couple died to the Veiling Zerglings, but now Tavo knows where the army is coming. Oh my god, there are mines everywhere. There are mines now.
Oh my god, that was terrifying. If only TheZergLord was paying attention at the time. If we were paying attention as well. But Tavo, he actually gets deep into creep. At the same time, another massive Veiling run by. But is it going to be enough? Looks like it won't.
Yeah, it won't be enough because there are Widow mines coming in. But on the other side, how good are going to be the Widow mines here for Tavo? They're pretty good, but there's a lot more Veilings coming where the rest came from.
Yeah, exactly. Once again, the Mutas, they return home. The army gets cleaned up. For the second time, Tavo does not get the hatchery. It survives.
Yeah, it survives. I mean, man, these guys are trading blows like no other.
Yeah.
They're pretty even, but still TheZergLord has the worker advantage, which is the important part that he lost in the previous game.
Oh god, oh, is he looking? Is he looking? Oh, he's looking!
Yes, he was, and half of the Marines immediately vaporized, and now the rest of the army is like, oh shit.
Oh no, without those Marines, I don't know if it's the wisest choice to keep on pushing. Meanwhile, also a little bit of a funada for Tavo there. After that big fight here, after it ended, then 3-3 finished. You know, it was a bit of an anti-timing. Yeah,
that was unfortunate, very unfortunate, but I mean, as we say earlier, mate, the Marines are not stopping.
Yeah.
They are coming out forever. Ghost Academy just begun. So we're going to see Ghost pretty soon as well.
Yeah, and this is a great timing for Tavo because he doesn't even need Ghost right now. Hive is still not even done yet, so we don't have any Hive tech, we don't have any Ultras, we don't have any Lurkers, none of that. Instead, still just Muta, Ling, Bane.
Oh, nice. Picking the Widow Mines, and now that there's nothing more, they straight for the bunker. But on the other side, Tavo is moving across the map with his army.
Oh my god, that's a lot of Ling Bane. It's rolling on in. We need some amazing Widowmine shots. They're half decent, but there's still more Ling Bane where that came from.
Yes, finally, this base is dying. But on the other side of the map, Tavo is losing workers. He's gonna lose this base as well. 15 workers, 1 CC. This is going pretty haywire for him.
Yeah, exactly. They trade base for base, but TheZergLord keeps the majority of his workers alive. Tavo is bleeding out that much more. He needs to make something happen here with this army, but now TheZergLord comes back home with everything.
Yeah, there's quite a number of Marauders here in the army. Those can suck pretty much a lot of buildings.
Oh, they can, but Tavo, I guess he's content with just killing this base. He will turn around, he will go back home and lick his wounds. And again, he is wounded, like, he doesn't have that many SCVs left over.
Yeah, 46 SCVs versus 78 for TheZergLord. Tavo has the army advantage, but not the economy advantage. So the moment that Tavo loses one fight, it's over.
Yeah, exactly. He has to be so careful with his next engagement. Meanwhile, Hive is done. 3-3 across the board is on the way here for the ZergLord. He's going to be catching up, and that may be the nail in the coffin. Tavo has to do something before those upgrades finish.
Oh, there is a lot of settling bailing here for the ZergLord. The splits are decent. But he loses also a lot of Widow Mines with that shot.
Yeah, exactly. The majority of the Widow Mines did go down. He's pushing deep into creep. The Link Bane turns around, question mark. So Tavo is going to be able to pre-split. He's going to be able to set himself up here. Loses another CC in the process, though, to the Mutas.
Yeah, this is being very dire for Tavo as time moving on. The Mutas are returning. They may engage, they may try to... Oh, that was not a really good bailing connection by the ZergLord. Yeah. That was very questionable.
It was, mate, it was, but the Mutas have returned, and is this going to be enough? We see a small force here that's going to be able to take down the space. It's going to be able to take down all those drones, but here we go, the ZergLord pulls the trigger.
Yeah, he pulls the trigger. Where are the Widow Mines? The mine connections are okay, they're decent, but do we have enough Marines to kill this force? These Marines are very wounded.
Yeah, they're very overstimmed. It looks like there is enough Ling Bane to clean all of this up. Widowmine shot does go off on the Mutas, but it's not going to be enough. Tavo runs out of steam.
Yeah, he runs out of steam, and more importantly for the ZergLord, he still has the Mutalisk alive.
Yeah, the Mutas have survived for so long this game. He keeps the hatchery alive as well. Sure, he may have lost 7 drones, but he can afford to lose those drones. The Tavo, he's not done. He wants to keep going. He wants to keep going.
Tavo is like, I only need 3 Marines.
Oh my god, is it going to be enough? He's macroing his heart out with a single Thor. Widowmines are here to back him up as well. He's trying to rally everything he has. And to be fair, the ZergLord doesn't have too much, but he has Lings on the way.
Oh my god, that Thor, mate.
The Chad Thor. Can he do it? Can he pull it off? Widowmine shots are going to be going off. Not the best connections though.
Yeah, not the best connections, unfortunately. Now the Zerglings are pushing forward, and I think this is going to be the end. The last of the army of Tavo is getting crushed under the Zergling bailing pressure.
Yeah, exactly. We have a couple more Marines trickling in, but again, he gets cleaned up. We see a scan towards the bottom right. Tavo confirms that there is, in fact, another base, that it is up and running. And as efficient as Tavo can be, I don't know if he can really keep this up any much longer.
I mean, let's look at the bright side. Finally, the last of the Mutalisk has died.
True. The Thor actually was the MVP. Like, a lot of the Mutas went down. The ZergLord, he's trying to remake them. What I'm worried about, though, is the Ultra Cavern. We have a lot of Marines. We have a lot of Widow Mines. Not the best units to deal with Thors. I mean, Ultras.
Yes, also Thors.
Also Thors. True.
Yeah. One only drop coming to the right side of the map trying to do something, but actually all the army of the ZergLord is there. I fear that we are seeing the last of Tavo this game, like VIP.
Yeah. Like, he needs another base up and running soon. Unfortunately, there's a very annoying, a pesky drone here. Sorry, Ling underneath the CC. He needs to land this. He needs to replenish his economy somehow, some way. The longer this goes on, the better it is for the ZergLord.
Indeed. Finally, that base is gonna land. Well, the ZergLord is ready to attack it. He's going in, and a lot of settling, bailing. If he goes around, like, from the back, he can probably do a lot more damage because of the bunker, and there we go. I think he doesn't care. He's going straight in.
Yeah.
Oh my god, the SCVs are returning. No, SCVs, don't do it.
Not here, not now. Oh my god, the meat grinder is real. The SCVs all get taken out. The bunkers do not stand either. As, again, Tavo just doesn't have a lot left over. And once again, the ZergLord borrows a Ling.
Yeah. Now we are only down to 32 SCVs for Tavo. Tavo is not even trying to replenish them, mate. He's like on his last leg. He's like, okay, I need to do it with what I have, or I die trying.
Exactly, and he's gonna die trying. Oh god, I mean, he's pumping out whatever he can, and we have seen him trade very efficiently, but the problem is that the economy of the ZergLord has been left untouched for a very long time. These bases have been mining for a long time. Tavo just hasn't been able to do anything about them.
Oh, poor Marine.
Yeah, one Marine gets taken down. The ZergLord, oh, the muted cloud is back. Not as big as it once was, but it's still there.
Yeah, so it's still pretty terrifying, especially because the army of Tavo is not as big as it used to be.
Yeah, and I'm waiting for the, oh, there we go. I was like, when are the ultras coming? Oh, the job gets cleaned up, and the first ultras are coming out.
Yeah, these are probably gonna be the nail in the coffin as soon as Tavo sees them. He's like, oh my god, I only have Marines and nothing else. Oh no! And again, 1/3 of the Marines going down for Tavo, and another good Widow Mine connections with the hidden mines over there. And yeah, and he also lose a couple of workers. I believe a couple of Widow Mines also just walk straight to the middle line.
Yeah, like Tavo is really struggling here. I mean, he is fortifying the space by quite a bit. He has, look at the bunkers being thrown down, the Widow Mines as well. He's like, come at me, bro. Oh my god. But even with all of this, I don't know if it's going to be enough to defend, mate.
By the way, mate, shout out to Renegade X Studios, who just gave us a raid.
Oh, thank you, puppies. Massive shout out to Renegade X Studios. He was casting Chaos Fate versus Zions in English. The fact that he has rated us means that that series, it sounds like it has ended.
Oh my god, mate, I wanna check. Can I check?
Good check. Go for it, mate. Go for it.
Who do you think is gonna win?
Chaos, mate. It's gotta be Terran, mate. It's gotta be Terran. As the TheZergLord, he's getting ready. He's getting ready to push in. He has his ultras. He's maxed out. Oh no! Who is it? Dark King!
No, my PC. My poor PC. There we go. Just come back, and the fight is starting, and oh my god, the Ultralists are walking among every. Oh wow, that was a really good Widow Mine connection there by Tavo. But yeah, there's still a lot of Ultralists remaining, and Mutalists and Bailings and everything else, and Tavo, he has a 100 supply, a little which is SCVs, mate.
Exactly, mate. This is not looking great for Tavo. Like, he's holding on strong as best he can. He's doing the best he can, but alas, there's only so much he can do with one Thor, with a handful of Marines. The Ultras, they roll on in. The Bailings roll in as well. We do have another massive Widow Mine shot, but it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, it's not enough. GG is cold, and the TheZergLord takes game number 2. And with that, we ties up the series 1-1.
Oh. GG, well played. We are going to our ace match. Game number 3 is coming to you soon. But before we get to game 3, TheZergLord, why don't you let us know what happened in that qualifying match?
Yes, so it was a 3-0, mate, in favor of the Peruvian player Chaos Fate.
Yeah. That's what we thought. That's what we thought. Massive shout out to Chaos. I imagine he has been, you know, maybe attending some AA meetings. He's been,
and now that he has qualified, mate, we would know how he's gonna celebrate.
We know where that money is gonna go. Shaking my head. But congratulations to Chaos Fate. Well deserved. It is not his first time going to the closed qualifiers, and I hope he's able to perform well there. And I hope he's gonna be joined by another Peruvian Terran. We'll see.
Let us hope he doesn't break his hand between now and then.
Yeah. Oh my god. God damn it, Chaos. God damn it.
Wait, what map is this? Oh wow, it's Hardwire. What a name in Portuguese.
Yeah, what is this? Profound Connection? What? Which I guess kind of makes sense. Oh god.
Did that what?
Hmm? Oh, it's because you were lagging out as the Widow Mine shot was going off.
Okay, maybe it was so powerful, mate.
Oh god. Feels bad, man. Feels bad. But here we go. We are getting ready. Hopefully we don't have any other latency issues. I feel like it may be related to tabbing out, so we won't tab out. We won't tab out this time.
Oh, by the way, I just noticed, mate. Horus also raid us.
Oh.
So welcome also all the viewers from Horus. Hola a todos, bienvenidos.
Sí. Gracias, papi. Gracias, Horus, for the raid. I know it's getting a little bit late in Latino America, but thank you so much for those who are just tuning in. I almost said obrigado. Welcome everyone. Bienvenidos.
Yes, bienvenidos. So for those who are not aware, what are we casting? We are in the other side of the bracket where Horus was. And this is game number 3 and the ace match between Tavo and TheZergLord. The winner goes to the qualifying match versus Master. Speaking of the qualifying match, here we have one of the players who just needs one more map to win. This is from Team Super. This is not any Zerg player. This is the TheZergLord.
And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Hardwire LE, we have the Peruvian Terran player himself, also representing Team Super. It is Tavo. The prince that was promised, mate. Can he fulfill the prophecy? Can he go all the way? His master is already waiting in the closed qualifier. Can he meet him?
Depends, mate. Are you talking about the TV version or the book version? Because those are very different. Like.
True. Oh, God. One, a big disappointment. One, still to be determined.
Yes.
Oh,
which one is Tavo?
Ay. Oh, God. Here we go.
Mate, are you excited for the new Game of Thrones TV show?
Not really, no. From my understanding, they do have different writers, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yes, it is different writers, and it is a different era. It is like 2 centuries before Game of Thrones or something like that.
Yeah, I need to finish reading the book, because if you remember, it was a couple of years ago now. Actually, I remember when it came out. It was years ago, before the pandemic. What is it, like Blood and Thunder? No, it's like Blood and something.
Yes.
They came out with a book which is like a bunch of like short stories about the Targaryens.
Yes, it is basically the Targaryen Civil War.
Yeah. I haven't finished it. But yeah, I have to get back into it.
I mean, you can always watch a TV show.
Nah, I'm good, man. I'm good. Oh, God. Fool me once, you know? Oh, God. But speaking of fooling me once, what do you think should be on the table here for Tavo? Like, the last game was very back and forth. It was very close. Do we want to see more of that, or do we want to see mech?
I mean, game number 1 was also very close, mate.
True.
The only difference is that instead of being like more back and forth, it was basically all this TheZergLord trying, banging his head against a wall.
Yeah.
But it was very close. So, man, I think any of these 2 players can take it.
I agree. This can go either way. And my eyes, for the time being, are on Tavo. You know, what is he going to go for? Is he going to go for Bio again? Is he going to go for Mech instead? A standard opener, as we've seen in every single game so far. Not too surprising for him to go into a fast third CC.
Look. The big tell is going to be if he's going to be a tech lab on the barras or not. And how many guys does he has? I don't see any tech lab.
Yeah, no tech lab for the time being. The Overlord is getting poised to dive into the main base and scout the Marine, doing his best to patrol the area and make sure the Overlord doesn't get in. Oh. And yeah, I also do not see any kind of tech lab.
I predict BCs, man.
Oh, it is possible. It is possible for us to see some BCs. Meanwhile, with the first wave of Hellions moving out across the map again to just test the waters, see what is going on, and where is this opener leading us? There we go!
There we go. BCs. I would like this what is it called, the fusion core, to be a little more in the back, not so close to the mineral line, so that the TheZergLord has less chance to scout it. Because there we go. Here comes the Overlord, and he only needs to see a little bit extra than the mineral line to see it.
Exactly. That fusion core isn't as far away as it could be. Can one Marine stop this Overlord? Overlord already getting to half HP. Oh god, but he's edging ever closer.
One more. There we go. He sees it. He knows.
Yeah, he sees everything. He confirms, even though Tavo was trying to fake him out with a cloak and with a Banshee, I mean, the TheZergLord was able to catch that fusion core.
Yes. So there we go. Now, let's be honest. The TheZergLord also saw it in game number 1, and it didn't go out as well for him. So just because you see it doesn't mean you you will stop it.
Yeah,
You
like
know?
scouting is like the first stage of defense. You know, he has the knowledge. Does he have the skills? As the spores are on the way, which is great, we have more queens in production as well. But it's about whether or not the queens and lings are in position, because it's not just about going across that with BCs. It's also about the harassing Hellions.
Yes, and there we go. Hellions with the Reaper. The Reaper is still alive. Moving in. The Queen's trying to intercept. You know, Fierce Battlecruiser, 3/4 of the way
Yeah?
done. And there we go, mate. You're gonna go mech.
Yeah, once we saw Yamato was on the way, it's like, yeah, it's gotta be mech, 100%. So Tavo is going back to his roots. He's going back to what won him the first game. But I'm sure that the ZergLord has learned from that experience. I doubt he's gonna be, again, as stubborn with breaking his opponent as he was before. But we'll see. We'll see.
We'll see. We'll see. Roach Warren on the way for the TheZergLord, as well as the Spire. And the Fierce Battlecruiser is teleporting across the map, and the Hellions at the same time, they're trying to go into the third base, but everything, the army is ready to intercept them.
Yeah, we have plenty of Ling Bane here at the third base location. The Hellions will not find a way in, and the BC gets a couple of drone kills, but we have 4 queens to push him back.
Yeah, so unfortunately not gonna be a very successful raid, unlike the one that we saw in game number 1.
Oh!
Where, like, how many? Like 15 workers were killed?
Mate, the Hellions are going for the drones! They're going for the drones!
There we go, they come back, 7 workers immediately roasted, 10 more, and man, the Hellions survive.
Oh my god, they survive. They don't give a damn about all of these queens. They want a little bit more damage, but they will not find a way into the natural base. Oh, they sniped the Banelings! Oh!
Oh, they sniped the Banelings. This is very risky, mate. He's gonna lose them, yes, but how many are they gonna kill? 15 workers? 20, oh my god, 25 workers. This is becoming incredibly effective.
Mate, this is game-ending damage. The drones thought the natural was safe, but they were not safe at all. Tavo finds a way in, and the BC may not have dealt damage, but the Hellions, mate, they may have just won him the game.
33 workers down for the TheZergLord. He is now 20 workers behind of his opponent, mate. That is a lot of larva that he needs to replenish, that he needs to use to replenish what he lost.
Exactly. A lot of economic damage dealt there. What I will say, we didn't get to see it on screen. Looking at the units lost tab, the BC did die. The BC was taken out. So at least the ZergLord was able to accomplish that, but that is all he was able to accomplish. Oh boy.
Oh boy. Indeed. So yeah, a little bit of happy news for the TheZergLord that he did kill that BC. But mate, 30 workers, 33 workers, that is a lot.
Exactly. You know, these are drones that the ZergLord would have loved to have either maxed out on 80 drones and then start working on his army, or again, just have a little bit more of a stronger force. Tavo with a nice early game lead. Now, with that, he takes another base, he takes more heat, he works on his production, he's throwing down missile darts all over the place. Like, he is so solid right now.
Yeah, another run by of Hellions coming to the base, trying to roast most workers. I believe they kill only 1. So nice reaction there by the TheZergLord.
Yeah.
Now, unlike game number 1, the TheZergLord is focusing a lot on corruptors.
Oh yeah, a lot more corruptors are coming out. No mutas to begin with or anything crazy like that. I do enjoy this a little bit more, obviously outside of the early game. We'll see if it's going to be enough. He will for sure have enough corruptors to deal with all the BCs. What about after that?
I don't know, mate. Oh my god, another round of Hellions coming on the other side. The TheZergLord was not paying attention. Workers are moving out. Can they move? 6 workers killed. Okay, only 6. That would have been really worse, but man, that was a nice try by Tavo, but Tavo is not done, mate. Now he is in the natural base with 2 Hellions trying to snipe whatever he can. Another worker is killed, and the TheZergLord is moving out. He's like, oh no, mate, I had enough.
Yeah, I was about to say that the Tavo isn't done, the ZergLord is. He's like, nah, mate. I'm done with all this nonsense. Screw you and your Hellions. I'm going across the map. But he runs into a line of tanks. He runs into Thors. He runs into BCs. He does not have a large enough army to really do much of anything here.
Yeah, definitely not. This is a lot of tanks and not enough army for the TheZergLord. He cannot break this, mate. Don't even try it, please. TheZergLord, don't throw away what you have left.
Exactly. He did snipe one tank on the low ground. You know, the bios were good enough to accomplish that at least. But he doesn't really have much left after this. He needs another wave of reinforcements before pushing in.
I don't know what's up with those
I don't know. Let's just ignore that. Don't worry about it. Oh, God. The bios, they take out some more of the missile turrets, you know, making it a little bit easier for the Corruptors to gain that air control. Oh, my God. The Ravagers are going in.
Yeah, Ravagers are going in, but there's a lot of tanks here. There's a lot of settings to tank the tank shots, but not enough. And now the Zerglings are gone, and he's starting to lose Ravagers as well.
Oh my God, exactly. We need a better buffer here for these Ravagers. We need more Roaches, we need more Lings, we need something. He does catch a couple more of these Hellions as they were trying to go for a bit of a run by, so at least the TheZergLord does maintain his map dominance. But the longer this goes on, you know, we have our upgrades, mag field accelerators. Looks like Tavo is switching into Battle Mech.
Oh my God. Poor Asalkira in the chat. He's like, what is this place? I was watching Horus and now I'm here and I don't know much English because I'm from a public school.
Soy de una escuela pública. Feels bad, man. Feels bad. Speaking of feeling bad, another Hellion run by.
Yeah, another Hellion run by. They kill every worker in this base. 30 more drones killed for the TheZergLord. He's once again low in workers in comparison to his opponent. Mate, I'm seeing a pattern here similar to game number 1. Only that much worse.
Oh my God, the Hellions aren't done! They're not done! They got another 19 drones!
22 workers killed. That's 1.5 base, like instantly killed by just a small run by of Hellions.
On siege.
Oh my God, the on siege. Does Tavo gonna have enough to break this? I don't think so. All these Zerglings are gone. The Hellbats are very tanky as well as the Thors, and everything is dying, and that is it. That is GG. Tavo advances to the qualifying match.
Yeah, let's go, mate. Tavo does it. He pulls apart his opponent with the mass Hellion run-bys, with the Blue Flame, with the BCs. Forces a massive reaction from the TheZergLord, but Tavo does it. He goes on to a qualifying match. Let's go!
GG, mate. GG. Tavo does it, mate. And my prediction just went halfway down the drain.
Mate, I'm telling you, mate. How could you not vote for or have your faith in Tavo, mate? He's been doing so well recently. To be fair, the TheZergLord is a very strong opponent. That's why the series was as close as it was. That's why it was as hype as it was. But Tavo, he's so close, mate. He's so close.